All right. Oh, so welcome everybody to the Yin Yang Wolf Pack. This is a very special occasion today. If you see, this looks very different than what I usually have. This is because I am in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here with Eros, if you know who that is, for his Seductive Instinct University camp. And these are a lot of words. So if you're new and you don't know what the fuck these are, like you're here to find out. First and foremost, this is the Yin Yang Wolf Pack. So when you arrive here in this setting, in this scenario, in this classroom, you become a wolf. Just imagine that, like really just imagine if you were an animal, you were the fucking wolf. Now, you wouldn't be alone. Lone wolfing is not a thing here. It's called the Yin Yang Wolf Pack. It's a pack, right? It's a group, it's a tribe, it's a team. What does that mean? Is that if you are part of this team, you're part of the group, we want you to succeed. This is for the purpose of evolving, of raising human consciousness, raising fucking men, dude. Like really, that's what the fuck this is. We're raising men, because by raising the men, we're able to raise the woman. But it starts with you. It starts with you being a motherfucking man in your life. That means taking control of, like, number one is not blaming anybody for anything. Stop blaming people for the shit that happened to you. I can blame my mother for all types of bullshit. I can blame my father for all types of bullshit. My family, my exes, if I wanted to, if you wanted to, you could go down that fucking rabbit hole forever. But what does that do? It makes you a fucking victim. It makes you a fucking loser. If I'm over here talking shit about what this person did to me because of in my life that created what I am right now. No, I am the cause point. I am the cause. The world is the effect. Me, by changing me and who I am, I make the world different. Okay, so you need to start with that right there. Now, back to the wolf pack. If you are here, you're a wolf, that means you're part of the pack. That means I want you to eat, motherfucker. I have no interest in you being fucking weak. I have no interest in you being a fucking loser, not having any fucking money, not having any like friends or societal, social pre-selection, being connected with people. No, you need to be rising all the time. And what does that start? It starts with understanding how the fuck this world works. Understanding your mind and understanding that there are fucking voices talking to you all the time, telling you a bunch of bullshit. And what you have to do is clear all that shit out, start over, clean slate. If you know the old adage, it's adage is like a saying or like a metaphor, that you have to empty your cup. You have been brainwashed by school, by your family, by Hollywood, by fucking everybody. Everybody wants you to be a weak little slave to them, right? If you don't know what the fuck is going on in the world, then you can just work for them. You can make them fucking money, and then you can just sit in your tiny little comfortable cell, your tiny little fucking hell. No, that's not what we're here to do. All right, we're here to evolve. We're here to get better. Here to get stronger. Now, I do this in the tradition of my sensei and really all of the great men before that have found some wisdom. They found somehow, it must have been the connection to God, right? Like it was revealed to them that there is something going on here that's wrong, and we need to make it right. And we do that by connecting to the higher power. Now, you can call it God, you can call it the universe, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You can call it Buddha, you can call it Jesus, Allah. It doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is that you realize that you are connected to something higher. People call it like spiritual people nowadays, like, you know, your higher self, something like that. Whatever you want to call it that. But understand that you are connected to a higher being, to a higher level of consciousness. And this thing, if you allow it, if you shut the fuck up and listen, it will guide you. And it will reveal things to you as you move forward. Now, we have some old people here, some new people here. Just before the stream began, we have Fabio here. He's a new member in IMC, and he wanted to talk about money. And I think this is a huge topic, man. Everybody wants to know how do I make money? How do I get money? But then we were brainwashed growing up saying like, oh, money is the root of all evil, and it creates conflicts, right? Well, there's this thing in psychology. I studied this when I was in college. It's called cognitive dissonance. So cognitive means the mind, like what you're thinking, cognitive. like cognition, like you look that up. Dissonance, like think of it as discord or like conflict. Cognitive dissonance. There is something in your mind that's not meshing properly. There are two competing ideas. It's like a paradox, and they both can't be true. So one of these with money is that money is the root of all evil. But then, well, I need money to survive and to pay my bills and to, like that. These are two conflicting ideas in your mind. And so what happens with that is that creates a paralysis, right? You don't know if, should I be trying to make a lot of money, or is it like evil that I'm trying to make a lot of money? Like this is the thing that I dealt with. I don't know, however many years ago. Now, what you have to do for yourself is you have to resolve this somehow, some way. Now, I'm not offering what I'm going to tell you is not the quote unquote truth. It is what I have figured out through my life being the example of this thing, of how I understand money and how I'm doing well. Like my entirety of my fucking life, I have been broke. Within the past 2 years, I am now like able to sustain myself. Not only that, I'm able to travel. I'm able to do what I want to do. Right. I'm fucking in Las Vegas right now. I live in San Jose. A couple weeks ago, I was in Houston, Texas. Like I'm going where I want to go, doing what I want to do, building my skills, building my businesses, my understanding, building my knowledge. I'm able to get educated in what really fucking matters. Like now I'm able to do that. 2 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to tell you this. But now what does this mean? That means that I've leveled up to a certain condition, right? I've evolved beyond my previous condition. And so I have some more understandings. I'm sure as I grow older, I'm going to level up to higher conditions and I'm going to have new understandings. And what I have now might only be a portion of what is the truth. Now, what I do understand about money, and I see PH here in Powerhouse. I know he's very good with money, so probably he can fucking school all of us, but I'm going to tell you what I know. All right. So the thing is with money, you view it like this. I learned this from AZD. This part comes from the AZD, which is my mentor. If you know AZD, IMC Nation, go Google it, go fucking find it on TikTok. You'll see this is the motherfucking man. This is the man that I learned from. So what money is, it's called currency, right? Like money is currency. Now, what is currency? Currency, what does that word come from? Currents. Okay, so what are currents? Well, there are two different ways you can look at that. Like a water current, or air currents in the air. Or then also there's electricity, like the electric current going through the wire. So what is this really? What it is, it's energy. Okay, so what you're doing whenever you're paying for something is you're trading energy, right? So I'm an attorney, so I spend my time providing services, right? Showing people what the fuck the law is, how to create this organization, create that, be in this lawsuit. I do civil litigation, so lawsuits, like people suing each other. That's what I do. So I help settle the cases, or I sue the motherfucker, or I defend you. Like that. That's pretty much what I'm doing. So by doing that, I'm putting my energy, right, into giving something of value to somebody. I give the world value, right? I give the client value. He needs help with a fucking lawsuit. I'm here to help him with that shit. Okay. Now, in exchange, the energy I receive back is currency. So I'm getting the currency back. Now, the thing is, the money is not the objective. The objective is to provide value, and provide value in an ethical way, right? But then as you do that, the money is a side effect. Right? So I don't just go out looking for fucking money. I go out to give value to the world. And in exchange, the world gives me the money. Okay? So it is not that the phrase money is the root of all evil is actually false. That comes from the Bible. And the phrase is actually the love of money is the root of all evil. So don't think of money as like this, oh man, like if you remember Occupy Wall Street, and they're talking about the 99% and the 1%. Like if you're aware of that, the cultural phenomenon that occurred, it's that everyone is just talking shit about the 1% because they own everything, because they're like the slave masters and we're all, just eating crumbs and they have everything. Well, you know what? Maybe that's fucking true. But also, maybe the motherfuckers earned it. Maybe they really like Elon Musk. I look at that man as a fucking genius. Like, holy shit, he gave us so much. He did like PayPal. He did Tesla, which is the most obvious one. He's doing SpaceX. Like, bro, how much value is he providing humanity? I hope that he's the one with the most money on the fucking earth, right? Like, how much did he give everybody? Like, dude, I drive a fucking Tesla. What? Like, I literally, it's fucking an electric car. Like, what? Dude, that thing is so cool. Like, I can hook up my phone to it. I can do all types of shit from my phone to my car. I can start heating it up. I can turn it on and all that stuff. And like, there is so much in that. But how did he get to becoming the wealthiest man on earth? It's either him or Jeff Bezos, right? They go back and forth. But he got that by providing something for the world. And what is he doing? Do you think he really gives a fuck about how much money he's making? No, dude, that motherfucker has a vision. He's like, yo, I'm trying to get us to fucking Mars, like right now. Let's fucking go. Like, that's what he's doing. He's not, I want to be the richest man in the world. Like, does that make sense? Right? I'm not here to try to become a millionaire for the sake of becoming a millionaire, for the sake of having money. That's stupid. That is where you fall into the love of money. That is where you fall into the root of all evil, because that shit will make you evil. Why? Because then you sell yourself, right? Like that's what the prostitute has done. She sold herself for money, right? And now us being in these fucking jobs that we fucking hate, or like being in that, you have sold yourself to the devil, you could say, like, right? You made a contract with the devil. Now, if we bring it back, now, what if you are on your vision? What if you're trying to create something, right? So me with my law practice, I've been a lawyer for what, maybe a year and a half now, about a year and a half. And so my goal here is to gain as much skill, gain as much experience, gain as much understanding, so like get so fucking good at this that I can provide so much to the world. Now, I'm doing that in California. I just got licensed in Texas. Now I'm going to start doing that in Texas. I was just there 2 weeks ago. Now I'm learning how to do immigration law, which is a whole other thing. It's different from like lawsuits. And so it's not me in finding a way to help people like maneuver through their lives and maneuver through their problems and get shit fucking done. Like, dude, my parents were immigrants. Like, they needed somebody like me. They hired somebody like me, fucking 20 years ago before I was born to get here. Now, what did they do? In exchange for that knowledge and fucking getting into America and being legal and being able to work and make your own fucking life, in exchange for that, they gave currency. They gave energy, right? So it's not about making all this fucking money just because I want to fucking make money. No, it's about creating the vision, creating the life, giving the value to the world. What are you giving to the fucking world? And with that, what are you creating for yourself, man? The vision is creating a fucking empire. Like, I started in Cali, now moving on to Texas. Next, I want to do New York. Then I want to go into South America. Then I want to do Europe, and then eventually Asia. Like this, with the dream that large, of course, money is gonna come, dude. It's like people when they're trying to get girls. It's like, bro, you by creating your fucking life, becoming a bad motherfucker, the women are the byproduct. The money is the byproduct of really creating what the fuck you want to do. So I see we've got some new people joining in a little while ago. I see Star of Truth. I think he's the businessman. I know he's there with some other brothers. Like, these are businessmen. We're not here just to fucking get money because I want to be rich. That is the devil. That is you falling into the deep end. And then that's when you become dark, you become fucking weird. Then like you start violating people, you start ethically going against your own values, you start compromising yourself. And that's what the world has taught us to do. It's taught us to shut the fuck up and just follow, just obey, just be the little sheep, be the little weak man, and then you'll be safe. Motherfucker, I'm not here to be safe. I'm gonna die. We're all going to die. So none of us are safe, like, at all, right? You know for 100% for sure that you're gonna fucking die one day. So While you're here, what the fuck are you doing? Are you here to be a slave? Fuck that, dude. No, fuck that. I was a slave long enough growing up, right? A slave to fucking my family, a slave to my fucking school, like a slave to all this shit. No, now it's me. If you are at least 18 years old, you're a fucking adult now. Stop blaming everybody. Stop. No, now it's you. It's on you. Make some shit fucking happen. Okay. So, let's see. Fabio, I want to open it up to you. So you inspired this. We don't have that much time because we have to get camp started. So I think I'm gonna go probably maybe 15 more minutes. So Fabio, at the beginning before we started, you were asking about money and you kind of thought it was dirty. So like talk to us a little bit, bro.
Yeah, because here in Portugal, where I live, it's like that you said. People do things for the money, not seeing that is a consequence, and not how I say, the privilege, right? We have this privilege of spending this energy, this money, and people spend it and accumulating in it, using that energy, that privilege, and sometimes they just like 9 to 5, they all get to home and are tired and all consumed by the devil, right? And that's the how things perceive in the reality, because in that way the devil, like you said, you make a contract.
Mhm.
Your certificate birth is like a contract with the devil,
Yeah.
right? And to get out of that and really see the truth is really difficult for everyone and for the people. So they rather stay comfort and spending that salary and getting nowhere and gaining because I is a quote I listened this: the salary is like the worse than heroin, is something like that, is
Yeah,
really
it's like
hooks you.
it's like I've seen it before. It's like it's a bribe for you not to like follow your dreams or something like that. Like it's
Yeah.
that you've accepted in exchange for like not following what you really want to do, right? Is it something like that?
Yes, and people just accept that they are worth that much and producing so much more for the company
Mm-hmm.
in levels of productivity and growth and all those, because they just receive a small percentage or a small cut on that, and they
Mm-hmm.
are even cut upon that on taxes, and so
Yeah.
it's really a rabbit hole, a rat race as we call it.
Yeah.
So that's really difficult people to step in and start to see finance, and as you talk as a currency, as energy, as we spend. So if you want to spend and have a lot have energy, you of course have to have a lot of money. So that's just the laws of the universe playing out, because if you have a lot of money, you earn a lot of money. It's not just something that fall off the tree or
Yeah. Well, the one thing I want to say a little bit on that is what the you wake up every day, right? And you have energy and you're able to move and make decisions and to, move your body and decide to study this or not study this or do that work or not do that work. In reality, you have unlimited energy. Like you've been waking up every day for the past however many fucking years. I assume you look maybe in like late 20s or something, late 20s, early 30s. Like you've had all of this energy going forever and ever and ever. And so like don't I want to make sure that you don't look at it as like you're limited in any sort of way. Like the only thing that's fucking limiting us or limiting you or limiting me is how I think of myself. So I had to think of myself as an attorney. to then create this, right? It started here. It's not about the fucking cash. It's about me creating me. And that was me studying. That was me like reading. That was me, applying, figuring out how all of this works in the world. And then in creating that, that was me giving my energy, or rather that was me giving my value to the world. And so the more value I give to the world, the more value I receive. It's the law of exchange, right? Reciprocity. So don't, like, again, the money is just a byproduct, bro. It's a side thing. What the focus needs to be on creating you, and what do you want to create? So if you don't mind me asking, like, Fabio, like, what do you do for money? Like, how do you get by?
So I started like my agency, myself, but I don't have it on paper because
Agency for what?
for media, the digital media, and also I'm starting vision, like I have to start creating events on with hip hop artists and other types of,
So, okay, could you be
yeah.
a little more specific? Like, are you making videos? Are you making like flyers? What exactly like are you making?
Yeah, I start editing and creating my own music, and then I create that agency to help, like simple things like social media, how it works, and because people here use social media to just fun, or I don't know how they say, just for entertainment,
Uh-huh.
because
Whereas you can use it for like to really make some dope shit and
yeah, really.
make your
is
life. Yeah, for sure.
to build uh, that trust, build that fun, build that funnels, because you have audience, right? And
Mhm.
you want to funnel your audience by your social media. You don't want just snap a picture and I'm here in the Bahamas, and oh, how cool! I spend
Yeah.
my whole savings on this vacation just to post this social picture. You
Uh-huh.
see, and people are like in that state, and they really need to change the things they are perceiving, right? Because if we all perceive that money is like some source of evil, is gonna be like that, maybe.
Exactly. No, yeah, precisely. So you don't want to look at it as this thing that is of the devil, or is that is going to kill you, or you're evil if you're looking for it, right? It's a byproduct of you creating something for the world. And so focus on creating stuff for the world. And then in return you'll get that. So I've talked about this in many different ways, but I haven't spoken about it specifically in relation to money, because I don't view it like that. Like money is a subset of what? Your life, right? Like it's a part of it, but it's not the whole thing. And so if you look at the whole thing, if you create the whole thing, then the money becomes like a bit of it. So what I like to focus on, and what really most of well, what I like to focus on, I was gonna start talking for other people or other things, but no. What I'm specifically saying is that you, by creating your character and you by creating who you want to be and how you want to act, you're going to get everything you want. But you have to become the type of person that deserves that thing, right? So I made myself the type of person to deserve getting here. Like I started off, like I always give these examples because that's how I think. Like I think I made myself worthy of becoming a Taekwondo black belt. I made myself worthy of becoming valedictorian. I made myself worthy of getting into Harvard. I made myself worthy of getting into law school. I made myself worthy of becoming an attorney. And now I'm like earning money. Thank God. Thank J. Guru Dev. Fucking thank Jesus. I now have money that I can use to fund what I want and to get what I want out of this life. But I didn't start this way, right? This has been a thing ongoing for fucking years now. Now I'm starting to see the fruits of it, but how it began was me creating me. It was me creating my character. It was me creating my ethics. how I view myself, how I view the world. Like that is the main thing here, dude. And if you get that right, then the rest will follow. So, like, for example, I told you earlier I have a Tesla. I did not pay for this fucking Tesla. So really the Tesla wasn't worth anything really. My employer, my boss, who's my in-law, who owns my law firm, he bought it for me. Why the fuck did he buy me one? Well, because of my fucking character, because of who the fuck I am. It makes me think of the Matrix. So if you watch the Matrix, it's like Neo, he's becoming the one, he's becoming the enlightened one, or Jesus Christ or Buddha or something. And then he asks, his mentor, he's telling him, Morpheus is telling him, he's like you're stronger than this, you're faster than this, free your mind. Like you're not this little thing that you think you are being. You're much greater. You're much stronger. You have so much more power. So I'm telling that to you now. It was told to me before, right? And then Neo responds and he's like, so like, what are you saying? That I can dodge bullets? And then Morpheus says, no, Neo, what I'm saying is when the time comes and when you're ready, you won't have to. So he thought, and then later in the movie, that at the very end, I'm gonna spoil it. So it's these agents, these guys are going to kill him, right? And they're shooting guns. And so he's like, do you think I'm gonna fucking dodge these bullets? Well, at the very end, he becomes the one. He becomes enlightened. He becomes aware, and he fucking doesn't dodge the bullets. He literally stops them with his mind in fucking midair. So he thought that what he needed to do was to dodge the bullet, when in reality, his awareness became so high that he fucking stopped them by himself. Now, I'm using that as an analogy to what I'm referring to now, as far as building your character. So the original thought would have been, oh, so I need to make that much money so that I could pay for the Tesla. No, I had to become the right type of character, and I didn't have to pay for the Tesla. Somebody else got it for me because of me creating who I am, right? And if we go back, this goes to, dude, when I went to Harvard, I was a broke fucking kid from the hood in Houston, but by me creating my character, I studied my fucking ass off, wrote some badass fucking essays, did something like 12 extracurricular activities and fucking band and honor societies and all of this shit. And by me doing that, I would have thought I need to pay something what was it, $80,000 a year to go to Harvard. I think that's what it was. I really don't remember, but let's say that's what it was. I would think, man, I need to make $80,000 a year, or my mom needs to make $80,000 a year so that I can go to Harvard. No, I got there on a full fucking scholarship.
And we don't even get a year 12,000 euros a year. So it's some real Matrix symbol.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know how to explain, but it's really that, because if you are to get that 9 to 5 and really accumulate and do all the things, you can get there, you can make those kind of wealth, but you're gonna be consumed, you're gonna be drained out of energy.
Yes,
is a really difficult path in terms of money for people, because they don't teach us in school, nothing.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna finish the thought real quick. So the idea would have been, I need to make all this fucking money so I can go to Harvard. When in reality, no, I had to become the type of person who could get into Harvard, and then the money was taken care of because they have their endowments and they have their scholarships or whatever. So I went to Harvard for zero money, $0. But if my mom had the idea, my mother's idea was not, I need to make all this money. Her idea was, I need to make my son the best that he can be. And now, as much bullshit as she's given me, as much as she's fucked me up emotionally and blah, 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 what she did that right. That was a good on her. Right. To help her son build his character, to get to the level to where I fucking got into, I not only did I get into Harvard, I got into fucking Princeton, which I still forget that. I was like, oh shit, I literally got into like both of the best schools. Harvard, arguably on earth. Princeton, definitely one of like the top 3 or 4 after like, you know, Yale, Harvard, and Princeton are like the top 3 usually. So, you know, it's not about like, it's like the Joker says in The Dark Knight, like, it's not about the money. It's about sending a message. It's like you're sending the message to the fucking universe, to God, to everyone around you of who the fuck you are. Like, that's what it's about. If you do that right, then you're gonna get the fucking money, dude. So don't have that be your primary objective of your fucking life. Now, with all of that said, don't ignore it, right? So you might, like I've done it too also, where I go too far into that part and I realize like, no, there's a reality here. I need to pay some fucking bills. I need to figure it out, right? Now, if that means you getting like a fucking part-time job just because you have to pay for shit while you're building what you want to build, then do what you have to do, man. Do what you have to do. Don't ignore it as a problem, because it is something that you have to solve, that you have to understand and get right. On the other end, it is not everything. Like so much, all of this comes together. Really the 3 main areas, which I think Mystery broke this down, is your health, which is like your body, like how you eat, working out. Number 2 is your wealth, which is like your cash and your finances. And then your relationships. And that's like the people around you. And that's communication, learning how to communicate, learning how to relate to other humans. Like this is a grand scheme. This is a grand game. If you figure out these 3 things, then you're good. And then it really becomes a game. And it's like, yo, how good can I get at this? I'm here in Las Vegas, learning the art of social dynamics. How do I relate to people? That's me handling that. My work, my job, that's me handling the finances, right? And then I was at the fucking gym earlier today. I ate a shitload of protein already. So that's me handling my body. You have to be constantly working on all of these 3 things all of the time, because there's nothing else. Really, there's nothing else. So figure out how to talk, figure out how to relate, figure out how to make some fucking money, figure out your vision of what you're trying to create in this world. And then it's gonna give everything to you, man. It's gonna give everything to you. I'm so grateful for this life, and I'm grateful for all of the struggles that I've gone through, because they taught me everything, man. They really taught me. Like I think this whole universe has been set up perfectly for me to do what I'm doing right now, and I think it's only gonna get better as long as I stay true to me, to my heart, and to what I'm trying to do in this life. Okay, so I have to go, guys. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This was the Yin Yang Wolf Pack. So we're doing this. I changed it now, so it's every Sunday at 2 p.m. So every Sunday at 2, come and log in, and you know we'll discuss, man. I typically have an idea of what I go in with, but you guys have questions, we can talk about that. I wasn't even thinking about money today at all, but thank you, Fabio, for joining and helping guide this lecture.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So one thing, Fabio, before I go, are you on the Telegram group on Yin Yang Wolfpack?
I'm not sure, but sure,
Okay.
I will join.
Yeah. So I'll send it to you. I think Charlie, I'm pretty sure you're on. So I'm gonna post it right now into the IMC group, and then you can go ahead and join. And in there, like I post videos kind of like on mindset and books that you can read and all types of good stuff. So everybody, thank you for joining. Again, my name is Will Rios. I'm IMC Base 2 leader under AZD of IMC Nation. Learn these fucking words, learn what the fuck is going on, because we're just getting started, man. This thing is just beginning. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you guys next time. Os.